Hold on. Who could it be? Hold on. Introducing Trinidad and Tobago, New York City, Canada, England, London, Germany, wherever you at right now, teamsoca.com. We have the Queen. The Queen, and they got a TikTok video, so I go pretend I'm cool.
Yes, Jester, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm good. Yeah, how are you guys?
Yes, thank you. Yes, blessed and grateful, thank you.
So first and foremost, family, how are you during this pandemic time in Trinidad and Tobago? What's going on in Trinidad right now? What's the word?
Well, Trinidad is now, I think we're now trying to start to get back to slight normal. It's gonna be a while before we are actually back to normal. But what I mean, we had a lot of restrictions. We can't do certain things. We can't go by the beach. We have to stay home. We are locked down. So, they recently opened the beaches back, and I know they opened the restaurants again. So things are, slowly coming back, Snail pace, but coming back.
But we have life, you understand?
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing that most people are not considering. I mean, we are a free people, and it's hard for us to be on any kind of lockdown whatsoever, or any restriction. Trust me, when you tell us you can't do something, that's when you want to do it even more, So for us, it's hard for us to, right? You agree, right?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, man. So life is important. We have life.
We have life, and we have soca music. We have calypso music. You understand? And on behalf of the Team Soca family, the Soca Breakfast Club, we want to say thank you for everything that you've done for the culture. We want to say thank you for all the music that you're giving us during this pandemic. You understand? Because it's keeping us going.
Thank you. Thank you for saying thank you. I appreciate it. I'm humbled.
The art form. I can't sing. You understand? So we put together this Team Soca thing to elevate the culture to the world. You understand?
But we all have to work together. So, thank you for taking the music to the shores and everywhere that you tour and everywhere that you go, introducing people to new songs, reminding them of the old songs. So you need some kudos too. So thank you, Team Soca, for doing your part.
No, like you said, we got to work together. And all now, I remember we was on a Uber Soca cruise, and it was a birthday. So we got to say happy birthday. We celebrating all month. So shout out to all my Scorpios, happy birthday.
Hey!
So, if you check this show on her IG, she had a beautiful, shout out to hubby, shout out to the whole family.
Why does everybody start the conversation like that? Hey, Brian, what's up? Shout out to you.
I'm a boy. Atlantic days.
That's right.
We want to make sure everybody feel comfortable,
That's what we're saying.
Team Soca chat room, if you're logged on right now, Team Soca chat room, if you have any questions for the Queen of Bacchanal, Nito.
We have tons of questions. I don't know if I want to ask some of them, but we have questions.
You have questions. Oh my gosh, I am scared. I am afraid.
As you should.
Now, well, let me get in.
Respectfully.
It's that time of the year, right? And I just heard this new track, Lie, 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 and it's Destra on a parang.
Was that shocking for you though? I mean, was that shocking to hear me on a parang track?
No, well, with Destra, anything is possible. I could hear Destra. I remember the best, it just touched me, a performance in Girl Power, Miami Carnival. And Destra and the band was on stage. And I just had to stand up there like a fan. I was like, wait. And I think you were singing some Alicia Keys song that year?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. When I was mixing, I used to fuse a lot of stuff back then, mix up some of the current stuff with some of the soca, just to let you realize that the music isn't so far off. We have different beats. It's a different genre, but it's the same energy in terms of music. Music is made to make people happy,
and Soca is live.
Soca is live.
So let me just give the people a little thing.
Destra.
Brand new Destra. Lie.
Question.
What's that?
Who does lie more? Woman or man?
Who you think?
All you ready? There we go. Oh, yeah. Christmas Eve I'm with me lady. We now move into a new
TeamSoca.com. Destra is live.
life was nice and we were so happy.
The Queen of Bacchanal. And I think
Everything was looking
you're going for a new term, the Queen of Parang.
Oh no!
She jump on the bed.
I'm trying it.
Well, boy, I know start to wonder who it could really be. When I asked the girl who was that, she said that is KFC. Them woman could lie.
Who are you singing this song with, Destra?
That's Rome.
That's Rome.
So,
He is one of those artists out of Trinidad that sings Parang. You always hear from Rome at Christmas time, but he was also recently on what is it? The show that was on BT the other day, Girls Trip.
right.
He was the host from Trinidad that took them around. That's Maya and Little Kim and all the red fella. Yeah, that's Rome.
Representing Trinidad and Tobago.
Very good.
You got to Rome wherever you're there. So he just call you up and say, I have a tune for you.
Yeah, he's like, so Destra, I have this tune and I want to hear you sing it or whatever. So I'm like, Rome, all right, let me hear it. He says, a Parang. I said, Parang? He said, yeah. He said, but before you listen to it, put a shack below your pillow. And I want you to listen to it. And you could be, the QOB, but it could be the QOP. I said, nah.
For some black cake and coquito.
And you get the vibes, you get the Christmas vibes, you know?
Black cake and coquito right now.
So since we're in that vibe, what's your usual what do you like? You like your black cake? You like what's your favorite item
For the holiday seasons.
for the holiday season?
Well, Christmas time is a time to put on weight, right? So Christmas time, anything goes. You put on weight for Christmas and then you start to get exercise again at the start of the year to get fit for Carnival. That is a regime. Everybody does that. So for Christmas, I want black cake, I want ham, I want turkey, I want pork, I want it roasted, baked, everywhere pork. Wild meat. Well, I don't really eat wild meat anymore since I started to see what the wild meat looks like. And my grandfather was a hunter, so from a little kid I was eating wild meat. I have eaten every single thing you could think of under the sun. But then when I see what they look like in real, I'm like, nah, I'm not eating that again. Especially when I see what a manicu look like, I was like, nah.
But
I love to all eaten, for Christmas. I eaten everything. And Scrunter said he want a piece of pork. Pork is Christmas.
That's what we're talking about. But
Y'all can have my plate. I good.
TeamSoca.com. We have the Queen of Bacchanal, Destra Garcia, live from Trinidad and Tobago. Shout out to all the family in Trinidad.
Yeah.
I would never have thought that March would have been the last time I would be there.
Right? Darn.
You understand? Oh man.
It's crazy.
But we're dealing with it. We have life and we have great production and we have great soca music, great calypso music. Big up to my brother Cohen Dubois.
Yeah, man.
Stress reliever.
I need a relief
It on heavy rotation in my computer. That is letting you know.
Don't wear it out now.
No, we are the weird out.
Static. Eyes a man want you, yeah. Eyes a man need you. But girl, time change everything. You are my everything. Come give me everything. I know you miss the smell of cologne and cigarette. And girl, come and perform for me. Wind down low and perform.
You've been on my mind so long, and I know it's really hard for you, baby. I have it bad for you, baby. Yeah, that's how it's going down. All I need is just one touch, and that's gonna do so much. I bring it on the bacchanal for you. Rock back, smoke your cigarette. Think about what you never get yet, and leave me to do the rest.
All my ladies in the chat room.
I need to release all the stresses away. Oh baby.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Destra, can I ask a question?
Ask me.
Where did the inspiration idea for this combination come about? Give us the backline story to this song here.
Well, any song that I do with Kerwin comes from his big genius mind. Because he is the one that always phones me and says, D, I have a song for you. Actually, no, he calls me Bacchanal. So he'll be like, Bacchanal, I have a song for you. I'll be like, okay. And he's like, okay, so listen to it. And then you would realize it's a duet. And I'll be like, okay, Kerwin, where do I fit in this song? You know, and then he would say, well, the parts where I sung like a girl, that's you. And the parts that, I was like, oh, okay. But Kerwin and I have a different kind of relationship. We go way back from kids. We used to sing Calypso together, NCC, and Jack, Burkey's Junior Monarch. We know each other since we were like 12. So the kind of relationship we have, when people see us together, they think we hate each other, right? Because we tease each other, we give each other fatigue, but it's all good. All good.
Yeah.
All good.
So speaking of back in the days, where in the world do you think would be your favorite? What was your favorite performance?
Ooh, too many to single out one. You know,
Like
I think it's different everywhere I go, because sometimes I go to a place and they like certain songs that I may not have sung in another place or other. And sometimes I go there and they like different things. I like foods in different countries that I go to. So I can't single out one thing, because it's an experience for me. It's not just the stage performance on the night. It's landing there, sampling the beverages, eating the foods. Okay, by now everybody know I love to eat. So eating the foods, the experience, meeting the fans. Yeah.
Got to clothe you then to feed you, huh?
Well, correct. But it's a good thing I could feed myself.
In your career of making soca music and being around a lot of different artists, is there any one memory that maybe stood out to you, something from maybe down in the past, something that someone told you that stuck with you? Anything that
Lots of stuff. So let me see. Let's go back to when I had no hit song, really. I mean, I just sung Tremblet, so I was basically new. And singing with Marsha Montano, meeting Marsha Montano for the first time, him coming into a room that I was at. I was in a dressing room, and he came into the wrong dressing room. I had never met him before. At that time, I was just a fan. Now coming into Soca, and he walked into the room, and I'm like, I got immediately starstruck. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. I was frozen. I had no idea that I would be singing a song with him in the near future, right? So that was one thing that stands out. Also, I with George, there was, when I did become Destra and known and stuff, I started to feel sometimes, that's a while back now, I started to feel unappreciated. I started to feel like I was doing all this stuff, but, you know, I was still getting a hard time. You know, I was a female, and everywhere I traveled, everybody was loving me. But in Trinidad, it started to feel like, you know, what am I doing wrong? And then he said, listen, he said, you're never a queen or a king in your own tongue, you know. He said, yes, that's Trini. Everybody don't know you here already. If you're going in supermarket, you're going in market. He says when you travel and you go beyond the shores, that's when. And that always sticks with me because every time I travel and I tour, and, you know, I get to another place, then I become the Queen of Bacchanal. I become Destra, the superstar. But then when you're home, you're just Destra. I mean, people come up to you still and, you know, they want autographs and pictures and whatnot and stuff. But now it's a different time because I think now people see me more as iconic than before when I was still trying to make it and still trying to be heard and stuff, you know. So now it's kind of better. But I would want to give that advice too to some of the artists coming up that don't feel like they're doing anything right or they're not special and they get love abroad but they don't get the respect at home, you know. So that's something that resonates with me even now today.
So you kind of touched on another question that I was going to ask you. What kind of advice would you give to upcoming soca artists or just artists in general? I mean, not to try and single anything out, but just in general, what kind of all around advice would you give to upcoming artists right now?
Well, if you're an artist, make sure that, you know, you believe in your talent. Make sure that you have enough courage to persevere because it's not going to be an easy road. You're going to have to do something that they call paying dues, which I think is silly, but it is a very true fact, right? They judge you based on, okay, so you might have one song, but it could be a one-hit wonder. So we'll wait until next year to see if you come again. And then if you come again, they measure your new song with your old song, and then you kind of continually keep trying to prove yourself. That is just something that happens in all music only, I believe. But you have to have that willpower to keep going. So if you love it, don't give up. If you love it, keep trying to be better. If you love it, keep trying to change and keep yourself interesting. And, you know, try to do things you've never done before all the time so that you can keep it fresh. Don't ever become boring. Don't give up on our music because our music is not like anybody else's. Yes, it's seasonal. Yes, it's festive. But because of that, people want to be excited. They want to be entertained. They want you to kind of get them out of that slump. Soca is music that you put on when you're cleaning so you can enjoy what you're doing. Do you realize that we put on soca music to get ourselves out of any stress that we feel?
Yes.
So if you're depressed and we can't party because the borders closed, you're going to put on some soca and pretend you're in a party, you know, or if you have problems at home, you're going to want to go to the first fete that you find and just drink your problems away, have a good time, jump away, feel tired, wear out your shoes, and then go back to your problems rejuvenated. So we rejuvenate people, you know, in our music, in our genre, you know. So as an artist coming up, know that there's a task ahead. And if you know you're going to give up, then forget it. Go be something else easy because this is not easy, especially in these pandemic times where we can't work or do what we need to do. So you need to also think about that as well, that you know, this is the reality as well.
Talk the thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's once again a pleasure. Team Soca family got Destra Garcia live from Trinidad and Tobago. So, family, it looking like we're not having a carnival 2021.
Well, I would say we're not having a carnival in the same place we are accustomed having it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would like to say that it could be postponed. It's a long year, you know, and carnival and the demand of carnival, I think people could petition to have it placed somewhere else. You can't have a year without Trini Carnival. You know, we understand that right now because of the restrictions and because of the pandemic and because of the dangers of it, we can't have it right now where it's supposed to be. But we have until December.
Yeah. Keep hope alive.
The Queen of Bacchanal has spoken, all right? 2021, look out for Trinidad Carnival. It may not be at the regular time later on, but we're going to have a carnival.
For sure. We optimistic.
The Queen of Bacchanal has spoken. That is it. Family, where is the first place when the borders do open up that you would like to visit?
Whew, I don't know. I want to go everywhere. But, you know, apart from the borders being open, you know what I'm really scared of? Doing that COVID test. So, apart from it being open, I need to know that I'm going to be safe. And when I fly, it's going to be normal. Otherwise, I'm going to do something else. Actually, I just launched today. I told people about my brand new news. I'm going to be having the Destra Garcia show, a talk show on live television and streaming online. All right, where we're gonna. I'm gonna pretend to be Oprah for a minute.
Wait, that's true.
You know, because I know my fans miss me. I know my fans miss me, and they miss seeing me and you know, just vibing. So everybody's gonna get a chance to be part of my live Zoom audience. We're gonna touch on issues. We're gonna touch on a little bit of fun things too. It's not gonna be here, and it's live. It's live. So exactly what you see here is what you're gonna be getting. It's not gonna be me saying, "Okay, take that over." You know, we're gonna do another take. What? So I hope to God I don't cuss any people show.
What's the name of this show so people could look out for it?
It's called the Destra Garcia Show.
Okay. All right. Congratulations once again.
Oh, definitely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wait, talk show host. Let me find out.
Hey!
Look thing now.
Yeah, look thing. Who tell them to put money people TV?
Bacchanal.
Bacchanal attitude.
Right? As well as going to be online. How they said it?
Yeah, it's gonna be online at wesn.com. So it's live. You can stream live online. So and it's at 1:00 weekdays. I'll be letting everybody know when we start. But as soon as it's live on all cable channels here in Trinidad, but online and regionally, internationally, you're gonna have to stream it. But it's still gonna be live.
Okay.
Real time.
Yes, boy. The Destra Garcia show. Look out for that. Exclusive. All right, teamsoca.com family, right? All you get.
How you mean? First time I'm talking about it.
So we have another new track here. Brand new. Destra.
Queen of Bacchanal. Nice nation. How you mean?
Yes.
All right then. He say all he wants is the wickedest slap. Just run out the eye for the wickedest jam. Some gal out the road playing the
Brand new Destra. Get used to it.
not try lock me down, take a little and one. Me done change my name, so me now want no man. Him come for the blessing and I get program broke man. If he pass, make me build a mansion. With a little slow wine, him a turn a fraction. Put the pedal to the metal, make that a caption. Some say they was speed, not ready for action. Said the rhythm make me bubble, it bubble with passion. Boy, you in trouble when I bubble. This one make you see double. Man the max if I'm model. So wet, I hope you could paddle. Cause when I bubble and I bubble and I bubble and I bubble and I
Pull up.
Yo, and I gotta say thank God for technology, because did you have to go to the studio for that one, or?
I did actually. Remember, I have my own studio, so I went into my studio and I recorded. But the thing is, because of COVID restrictions, Brian put up this plastic screen between myself and the producer, because neither of us are comfortable wearing the mask while we're working.
Right.
So to keep safe, you know, we put on our masks until we get into our designated spaces, and then we, you know, work, and then we sanitize and whatnot. So yeah, well, I've been doing that now.
Oh. And this one was produced by Nice Nation.
Nice Nation, One Nation.
Come on, I hear the zest. I said that song like nice.
Yeah. But you see, this is new thing November, so I'm just showing everybody that I'm doing new things. I'm doing zest. I'm doing parang. I'm having my own TV show. You know, new things. November.
November. Look out for that Destra Garcia show.
Destra, from one of the chat room members, Simone. She says, which female artist would you like to do a showdown with?
Woo! A showdown, you say no?
And when they say showdown, I think I'm wondering if they possibly mean something similar to what Alison and Patrice did the other day.
Okay.
So not like a competition, but maybe like a some sort of presentation in that form, maybe.
Right.
Again, I don't want
to be honest, I was actually supposed to be a part of that. I was either gonna be with Patrice or I was gonna be with Alison, but truth be told, I was not in that zone at the time. You know, I was still trying to get things organized with my music that I was recording. I wasn't sure if I want to go live yet to do a performance, you know. But anybody, I mean, it's like you said, music, for me, music is not a competition. So personally, it wouldn't be called a showdown or a versus. I don't like that word.
No, be more like
But anybody. I mean,
Delegation.
we have to embrace each other as women. We're already the minority in the music, you know. So it'll be nice to showcase our talents virtually sometime.
and have you and this is my question now, have you worked with any other female artists, just in case some of the people listening may not?
I've worked with on collaborations. I've worked with obviously the Saucy Wow, my sister, Alison Hines, my sister. We did Obsessive Whiners. This year, I worked with Nyla Blackman, Nessa Preppy. I did a song with Calypso Rose also this year. But I think I've done, who else have I sung with female-wise? Boy, I've done Spice, Jamaica. I've done Tanya Stevens, Jamaica. I'm open to singing with anybody as long as we do the song and it sounds good and all that stuff. And it suits me.
See, so we got your song answered. Any more questions from the chat room while Spice speaks with Destra? Any more questions, guys?
The Queen of Bacchanal, live here at TeamSoca.com. Shout out to all the family in Trinidad and Tobago got it locked in. So D, so you have a new show coming up.
Right.
Any other projects you're working on currently?
Well, I'm still gonna, what I'm doing is working on everything simultaneously. So I'm still recording music. I'm still gonna be doing my music videos, the show, of course. What else?
Now you have a full plate, you know, Destra.
I know, and I like it that way because when idle hands at the devil's workshop, you forget. And I could get myself in trouble because, you know, I was the Queen of Bacchanal and I don't want to get myself in trouble now. Right?
You have to keep you busy. You gotta keep
I have to be simultaneously doing everything. And remember, I'm still a mom, so I still have my daughter's schedule to deal with.
I was not going to ask you, you know, I see you have a lot going on. How do you balance that with the family time?
Yeah, well, during these COVID pandemic times, we try to operate simultaneously, as I said. So she would be downstairs doing her schoolwork while I'm getting ready to go on the TV station, if that comes to, and then we would probably roll together. It's a good thing everything is virtual. So as long as you have your device, you could operate from anywhere, you know. But we have schedules in place, and then my daughter is now 10. But she operates like a 14-year-old. She's so self-sufficient and independent. You know, I always wanted to make sure that was the case because I'm always gone out of Trinidad. So during the week, I'm usually here to help her with school. But then on a weekend, I'm gone. So she always tells people that she has the worst childhood ever because she never gets to hang out with her mom on weekends because I'm always gone. But then I make up for it when she has summer or Easter. She goes with me and then she sees what my job is like and she enjoys that. I think she's probably one of the most taught kids right now. So it's a win-win situation at the end of the day.
As long as we're making time for the family, because I know
Of course.
You know?
So family. Let me, hold on 1 second. What's your favorite Destra song, you would say? Out of
boy,
or your favorite song?
I don't know.
Like your favorite one to perform. You and Boy have we were playing it earlier. The national anthem, I would say, of all carnivals. National anthem.
I don't know. It depends. It depends. There's a list of about 10 songs that I absolutely love to perform, and only because the crowd absolutely loves hearing it. And Carnival would be one of them, you know, especially when I sing it with Marshall. It's the energy of the song comes alive even more by 100,000, you know, because we have this amazing chemistry, you know. It's Carnival will forever be one of those songs. I don't know if it's the ultimate favorite because I do love singing Bonnie and Clyde also. I like singing Tremblet. I like singing Lucy. I like singing Where You Want. I like the sing-along songs, all the songs that people start singing as soon as I started. And, you know, I could just take the band down and they're going to sing the whole song. There's quite a few of those. So I love singing any song that the fans like. That's my favorite at that time. It changes.
And there's your answer, family. Family, let me see what else I had here. Can you give us any background on his Carnival? Like, you remember going into the studio with boy?
How did that come about?
And this is a timeless story that many people don't know. That song was written for Destra and Bungie Gallon to sing. Because we were both upcomers. We were now coming out. And not because I didn't think Marshall suited the song. I just didn't think he would want to sing with me. I was new. I was fresh on the scene. Wow. You know, and Bungie, for some strange reason, didn't make it to the studio session. And the producer was on a timeline. So he said, why didn't you ask Marshall? I'm like, are you crazy? He's not going to want to sing this song with me. You know, and remember, I had met him briefly, not even meeting him in the tent. That was the last time I saw him. And then the producer, which is Terrence James, that's Sindel Dempsey's husband, he said, okay, well, I'm going to reach out to him. And he reached out to Marshall. And Marshall said, but that's not a red girl from Roy Cape. I see her the other day. I didn't even realize he knew who I was when he saw me.
Right.
So he said, yeah, I saw her the other day. Why didn't she mention that to me? He said, you know what? Let her call me herself. And I was so intimidated and shy. I called him, and if you have my Red, White, and Black album, there's a we tried to do the experience over again on the phone when I was asking him to do the song as a prelude to It's Carnival. So if you have the Red, White, and Black album, you could go check that out. It's there. What exactly happened? So I said, well, Marshall, you know, I'm Destra, and you know, I have this song, and I was wondering if you would if it's not too much trouble, if you would just listen to it. I don't know if you may not like it, and you can say no if you want, but you know, I'm just asking. Listen, it was the most traumatic experience trying to talk to the icon, Marshall Montano, on the phone, and I am just this, you know, this brand new girl, you know. And then he said, you know what? I'll go take a listen and I'll get back to you. I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, God, I feel so stupid. And then the next thing I know, the producer is calling me and saying, okay, well, Marshall laid down his vocals. He didn't even tell me, yes, he was going to do it. He liked it, he did it, and he was done. But I guess that's professionalism for you. So, you know, and the rest is history. We released the song. We never were in studio together until we did Come Back. That was our first time in studio. It's so weird too, because when he first heard me sing live in studio, he was like, your voice so powerful though. You know, and I'm like, yeah, but don't you know that? He said, no, remember, this is the first time we're in studio together. So I don't know if it was auto-tune or if they were just pretending to make you sound like that, you know? But yeah, good times.
I've been told that there's like a paradigm where the things that you're the most scared to do, that once you do it, it's kind of like, I want to compare it to skydiving. I've been told that people that went skydiving, it was the most scariest thing they ever did, but once they did it, they said it was like the most beautiful thing they ever did. So they say that a lot of times the best things in your life are right on the other side of the most scariest things you ever did. And so I kind of look at the relation of that when you made that phone call, because I'm sure in your life, you're like, oh my God, I got to call my this guy is not going to work with me. You know, but when you flip it and it's like.
Speaking of scary, Allison was up here and said that Trinidad has the freakiest fans in the world. Trinidad and Tobago.
What does she mean?
Because
give her a question, Spice. Give her a question.
So we asked her where in the world does she remember having that
the most craziest experience with a fan.
With a fan. Yeah.
And her response was, Trinidad has some of the craziest / freakiest fans. And she gave us a situation where a man was licking the sweat off of her leg while she was performing on stage.
Yeah, that was one.
That's nasty though.
That was one. And then the other one she gave was about
the guy that kissed her shoes.
He left a pair of shoes somewhere, and a band member was bringing the shoes to her. While the band member was walking out of wherever he was going, someone walked up to him and was like, hey, aren't you in Allison's band? And the guy was like, yeah. And he was like, are those Allison's shoes? And the guy was like, yeah. And he was like, can I kiss them?
That is the deal.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Trinis are crazy, but maybe Allison Hines fans are crazy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think no, because she's loved. She's loved in Trinidad, and I think it's a different level of crazy with an Alison Hines fan. Because I've been to an Alison Hines show in Trinidad before, and it's a different energy. It is a different energy for maybe somebody else performing. I don't think they would lick my sweat though.
No, but
Well, listen, Alistair Ross right here said, "I will lick Destra sweat."
Oh, stop it, Alistair. I mean, I have crazy fans in Trinidad, but not crazy in that aspect. Crazy in the sense that they would go hard for me. They would go hard. You know, they would. I mean, if you go online and you say something bad about me, they're not having it. Nope, they're not having it. But that other crazy is a different kind of crazy. But okay, but to answer your question, I think all my fans go hard for me everywhere that I go. But I had one strange experience in Miami once for Miami Carnival. I think it was, what did the fan do? And I tell this story a lot. He came on stage. He wanted to dance with me, but I was singing It's Carnival. And when you sing It's Carnival, you want people to jump and wave your flag. And that's why I brought him on stage. And he kept gyrating on me. And I'm like, hey, it's not that kind of song.
Not that kind
jump, wave. And I was wearing a tube top at the time, and he got mad and he pulled my tube top down. And obviously with a tube top, you don't wear any bra under there. So it was kind of embarrassing, and I got mad at the same time, and I took my microphone and I started to beat him with it.
Wow.
That was pretty weird. That was weird.
So
Wow.
Miami, all right, so Miami, we had to choke up Miami. All right, we got to watch you all in Florida.
That was a long time, though. That was a long time, and that was the only experience like that I had. You know, that's okay.
Glad that you're okay, though. Glad that you're comfortable enough to talk about it. You know. Definitely.
Yeah. Listen, I'm one of the realest people you'll ever find, and people that don't know me would not know that, obviously. But I'm an open book because I mean we have social media right now. If you're ashamed to talk or deal with anything, then you can't be on social media. Your entire life is out there. Everything about you is out there. And even the things that people don't know, they make it up, right? So you have to be comfortable with the issues and the trends. You have to be comfortable.
And we have to look out for that new talk show, the Destra Garcia show.
That's right, guys. My new show is going to be coming soon, sooner than you think. So you have to keep it locked.
But right now, Destra is live on the Soca Breakfast Club. I want to thank you for coming out. Today, I want to play my favorite Destra Garcia. One of my favorite, because we have a couple.
Is it slow or fast? I want to guess. I was going to guess that.
Yeah, cool me down. I like
One of my personal favorite Destra songs.
baby, cool me down. I like it, you like it, we like it, yeah. Your body's calling for me, for me. I wanna be a fantasy on the road, just wine and hold it. You and me gonna be chipping by the track. I'm not giving up. So much more to go. Hope your foot not hurting ya. We got to move along. I'm not feeling to jump around. Just making love on the road. So hold on tight now, cool it down.
Yeah. And this song takes me back to Trinidad Carnival Monday, Carnival Tuesday. I think I was playing with Island people. I think it was in the band too. Or it was Yuma. That year, boys.
Well, what year was this anyway? I'll tell you. This was probably 2011 because that's when I came back out after I had Zai.
Yes.
2011.
Yes. That was Yuma.
So then it would be Island people.
People.
It would be Island people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy on the road. Big up to my brother Jugglers. It was Boy on one side of the truck, Chow on one side, the strange costume. In the song. Man.
We have
Yeah.
a minute to go. Destra, I have a few requests in the
What's
Soca chat room for an a cappella version of something, just very quickly, because people just want to hear that voice. Just they keep
Why
saying,
do people always ask me to sing a cappella? Why? Put on the CD.
You want to hear the real thing, like Marshall say. He didn't know if it's just the studio.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
or
What's your request? What's your request? And I hope I know all the words. Oh my goodness.
you cool it now. The same one that Spice was just doing.
Let me say, I have to clear my nostrils. Give me a second. 1 second. Hold on. You're gonna hear me blowing my nose. It's not COVID.
Hello. This is the Soca Breakfast Club. You know, Power 105 has the Breakfast Club. This is the Soca Breakfast Club. So,
And we always tell them you never know who's gonna pop up for breakfast with the Soca Breakfast Club.
You ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your body's calling, calling for me, for me, for me, for me. I wanna be a fantasy on the road, just ride and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. You and me go be chipping by the truck. I'm not giving up. So much miles to go. Hope your foot not hurting ya. We got to move along. And I'm feeling to jump around. Making love on the run. So hold on tight and cool it. Cool it down, cool it. On this Sunday day, we go and when the music play, we go parade, we stop across the state now. Cool it down, cool it. This Sunday road, masqueraders wine. Bring your friends and let them enjoy the life now.
Boss lady said you brought tears to her eyes just now, Gus Destra.
Oh, I'm so happy I did that to you.
Somebody said they want to call the ex and apologize after hearing that.
Oh, yeah, man, apologize. Love is lovely.
Everyone in the chat room is saying thank you so much. They're putting up their ones, which is our signal for big things, you know. So everyone is loving it right now. On behalf of Alistair, Boss Lady, Simone, ATL Soca Demon, Hunters, Chad, Sassy Trini, Pure Belizean, GT Gal, Magali Francis, Brooklyn Rick, so many people in the chat room. Just on behalf of all of us here at the Soca Breakfast Club, Team Soca, we just want to say thank you to you, Ms. Destra Garcia. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me, guys. I'm enjoying this. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, and
but I ain't got no breakfast. Where the breakfast?
You
see, why you know organize a little? What do you usually have for breakfast? What's your norm?
Well, I must have coffee every morning for breakfast, and I must have eggs, some kind of form or fashion. But you know, you can't have too many eggs, so I mix it up with tuna. You know, and if I'm trying to lose weight or get fit, what I would do is have vegetables 3 times a day with my breakfast, with my eggs, with my tuna or salmon or whatever.
Help it flush, right?
Yeah.
I'll try that one. I usually find when I eat a lot of vegetables, it does work. But how we looking on time here, Spice?
Yeah, hello, it's Destra, you know.
Well, I now go on and say, you know, we here with the Queen, so I wonder if we go do a little extra. If she has time, again, we don't want to intrude. If, you know, but we here, we enjoying it.
How much extra they want? Just tell me now.
Oh man.
What you think?
Are you ready? There we go. Oh, yeah. Christmas Eve, I'm with me, lady. We now move into a new home. Life was nice and we were so happy. Every time looking good. Get to a the girl phone starts to ring. She jump on the bed.
Shout out to all the Destra Garcia fans I see around the world.
Well, boy, I know start to wonder who it could really be. When I asked the girl who was that, she said that is KFC. Them woman could lie. Oh, gosh, she could lie.
Shout out to all the family in Grenada, Bermuda. We got the Destra fans in the Netherlands. Shout out to the Destra fans in the UK. I see you. Shout out to the Destra fans in the LA. Atlanta.
Wow.
Baltimore. Okay. Washington, D.C. want to check in. Good morning. Shout out to the Destra fans in Florida. New York City, Florida. I see you. But gotta say thank you once again, family, for taking your time out today.
Of course.
Safe and sound in Trinidad and Tobago. And when they open up the border, look for me.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. No, but what gonna happen? You gotta call me and let me know that they're opening borders so we don't get crazy, you know.
Just know that you have to plan your trip for at least a month because you're gonna be quarantined for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Hey, I coming as soon as that border open. I gone.
I hear you, baby. I hear you, honey.
But give thanks again. Make sure that you're safe and sound in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
The Queen of Bacchanal right here live, Team Soca.com, Soca Breakfast Club, Big Nito.
Thank you, Destra. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too.
The Breakfast Club, guys. See you guys on Monday. Stay tuned. Midday Shutdown with Fees International coming up next, right here on TeamSoca.com, #1 Soca platform.
Yes, sir.